All right, y'all. This one right here, this one's for my ladies, for my ladies, for my ladies. But I'm about 98.9% male on this channel, so y'all hang out with me. I'm going to talk about the direction that I would like to see this women's title go in if the draft were not to be happening. So this is going to be a big suspension of disbelief here, but walk with me as I hold your hand. By the way, channel membership content is going to start rolling out this week. It's going to be channel membership exclusive content. So if you wish to join that, there is links for that stuff in the description down below, and there should be like a channel membership button right up under the video for anybody that wants to join that. For everyone else, the like button is free, and I appreciate that too. So let's talk about this Raw women's division. Before we talk about this Raw women's division, we got to talk about Rhea Ripley dropping the title. Now, Rhea Ripley, dominant women's champion. However, her title reign wasn't all that significant. She didn't really defend it all that often. And that's not her fault. No one's really built up to challenge her for it. And the women that were of her level either weren't there during her run or came a little bit later toward the end of it. Now, sometime last year, she took out Liv Morgan by throwing her into the barricade and then into the ring post. And upon Liv Morgan's return on her Liv Revenge tour, she pretty much did the same to Rhea. Took out her shoulder by throwing a chair at her and then throwing her into the wall. It's kind of eerie that the injury, it looks to be the exact same and done in the exact same way. That's kind of eerie to me. So I will say revenge is a dish best served cold. Kind of poetic if you think about it. So now we have a toss up. We have a titleless division, and we ain't really got that many competitors for it. I'm going to run over this women's roster with you, and you're going to see just how jarring this is. And hate to say it, just how bad of a job Triple H has done with this women's division on Raw. Let's go over the list, shall we? We have 20 females on the Raw women's roster. 8 of them are singles. 3 of them are out. 3 of them are active. 2 of them are not active. And 12 of them are in tag teams. Isn't that crazy? 12 of your women are in tag teams. 8 of them are singles. And 3 of them are out. And 2 of them are not active. That only leaves you with 3 singles women that are active. That's Liv Morgan, who just came back off an injury. Nia Jax, who's doing great work right now. And Valhalla. Oh my God. Out, we have Becky Lynch, Raquel Gonzalez, and Sonya Deville. Those 3 are out. Inactive, we have Nikki Cross and Xia Li. This is looking pretty bad. Now let's look at our tag teams. We have Candice and Indy Hartwell, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupree, Chance and Carter, Natty and Tegan's Knees, Shayna and Zoe Starks. How in the world was Rhea supposed to defend her title when there's no one to defend it against? I understand you're trying to build up the women's tag team. Who was holding the women's tag team? I understand you're trying to build up the women's tag teams and all of that. But I mean, do you need that many? I don't know how many you have on SmackDown. I haven't done the roster over there. But to have 6 different tag teams on Raw, and that's not including the tag team champions, we got to kind of split that up. And that's what the draft is for. So we're going to try to make sense of the crowning of the next women's champion, even with these things against us. We ain't really got much to work with. Let's take Valhalla and scratch her off. That ain't gonna happen. So now we're stuck with Liv Morgan and Nia Jax. Not too bad women to be stuck with. However, what exactly was Liv's revenge tour if it wasn't for Rhea Ripley? Like, who else did she need to have revenge against? Becky? Nia? I don't think they did anything to her. Not that I can remember. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take some of these women from the tag teams and I guess have them in place to challenge for the title. And from that, I'm going to try to take 4 women. I'm going to try to take 4 of these women. So that's going to leave us with 6 active singles. Now, The 4 women that I'm going to take from the tag teams, they can still be tag teams, but we're going to start building up their singles trajectory. Just for the sake of the title, just for now. We need somebody's head to kick in. So, who would my 4 be? I would go with Shayna, Zoe, Ivy Nile, and Piper Niven. Those would be the 4 that I would take from the tag teams, and I can make singles out of them. And that's not bad. Let's think about it. We got Liv, Nia, Piper Niven, who should be a star by now. They got to turn her babyface at some point. Ivy Nile, I don't know what her age is, but man, she's gonna be. I feel like she's gonna be a star. I really do feel like she's gonna be a star. Shayna, I mean, it's so easy. It's so easy to make her. It's so easy. We already know what she's capable of. And then we have Zoe Stark, who was doing quite well as a single. They put her in a tag team with Shayna. I mean, I guess it's because she wasn't getting over personality-wise. But you stick 2 women together that could wrestle really well, both of them not really exuding much personality, and it doesn't really help them get over. But that's what we got to work with. We have 3 killers, and we have 3 women that can be over with the crowd very well. But I think that the story for this title is between Liv and Nia. The other women, they can help contribute to the storyline. And my storyline is as follows. Here's what I would do. They're going to be crowning the woman champion next week on Raw, I'm guessing. That's my guess. They're not doing it with Queen of the Ring for some reason. But let's just act like Queen of the Ring doesn't exist. So next week, we're going to be crowning the champion. I'm putting that strap on Nia immediately. And another thing, I'm not turning Liv heel. Nope. Just came off of injury. People still like her. And if you turn her heel now, I mean, who's your baby faces? Right? People still like Liv. However, they don't like that Liv took out Rhea, their beloved mommy. So, what do we have to do? We have to reestablish that Liv is the babyface, but we got to put some obstacles in her way. I'm putting the title on Nia because honestly, she's doing the best work of her career right now. Promo wise, ring work wise, presence wise. And I am not a Nia fan by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm going to call a spade a spade. She's been doing extremely well, and she's got me to turn around how I feel about her work. Hell of a job by her. I'm putting the title on her immediately. Dominant force, gonna be hard to take the title off of her. Immovable object, and she's the obstacle. Perfect. Everybody has to try to climb that mountain. She's perfect for the opportunity. Now, Liv, where does this leave her? She's the one who has to fight to get her reputation of being the beloved girl back in the division. She has to fight to get that back. So, what do? We take what she did with Rhea and the whole revenge tour, and that's going to give her edge. She needs a little bit of edge to her character because when they put the women's title on her, it's like people were happy, but people didn't really believe, so the title run didn't really materialize into anything special. Plus, they had her beat Ronda for it, which just wasn't believable. However, if you put her in this situation where now she has some edge, she's on her revenge tour, and she has Nia to try to get that title away from, it's almost like a Daniel Bryan versus Mark Henry and Big Show thing, where one is better, but the other is just the obstacle. And I would have Liv just keep running into that wall over and over and over, just losing into a point where, let's say that Rhea is going to be ready by Royal Rumble time. Then I am going to have Liv take that title at the Royal Rumble, or maybe sometime before then, because I don't know if we're going to have Rhea win the Royal Rumble again, or maybe she returns at the Royal Rumble, wins the Royal Rumble, and that could set up Liv and Rhea. And by that time, hopefully the babyface run of her conquering the mountain of Nia Jax helped her get over. And then that could lead into a really big matchup between Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley. Quite honestly, that is how I would book that title. Put it on Nia, give her the run, and we just have Liv working from underneath. She's got to work through Shayna. She's got to work through Zoe. Also, she's got to work through Piper. Piper could be like mini Nia Jax in the sense of, you get what I mean. She's got to work through these things to get to Nia to finally beat Nia. She's got to continuously scratch and claw and beat these girls. And I believe when you do that and you tell that story, that's how you get her over as someone believable enough to beat a Nia, someone that's double her size. And then she has a returning Ripley, somebody who's just flat out better than her in every category. Now it's a toss up on who's going to win that one. So that's how I would do it. All of the other women are stepping stones. I'm sorry. They'll get their wins along the way. If I'm booking it, they'll get their wins, and their wins are going to matter, and they're going to be amongst each other. But the investment here is going to be on Nia and Liv, with Liv getting the feel good moment in the Royal Rumble and set up for Liv and Rhea for WrestleMania. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And if I have any ladies, please let me know in the comment section if you are alive or if you viewed. Again, if you would like to become a channel member, I'd greatly appreciate that. The link for it will be down in the description. If there's not a button on the channel, well, there's going to be a button on the channel and the video. So, all right. I think that I've talked enough here. Here, you click on one of these videos that's on the screen. It's going to bring you to something dope. I'm sure something dope will be on there. Thank you.